Good afternoon. Today we'll be looking into how this generation has destroyed this beautiful ecosystem. We have a group of scientists today with us to explain to us what this generation, these people, have done to this ecosystem.
My name is Jonathan Patton. I am a geologist and study at Harvard University.
Action.
My name is Rajesh Kutrapalli and I am a biologist who studied at Oxford University.
Let's have a look at the organisms.
We have ducks.
We have insects.
We have cows.
We have parrots.
We have geese.
We have sheep.
We have horses.
We have humans.
We have a peahen.
We have a cat.
We'll be taking a look at how a nearby power line that has been created by humans is affecting this ecosystem.
Now we have some interviews of people that live near the power line.
We are here with Danny Nika. He lives on the property with all these animals and underneath that power line. So, Danny, how is the power line affecting you?
Well, so, see, no, those power lines aren't very good for a person. The vibrations and stuff that come from the electricity power lines, and they affect the animals. We've had a couple geese meet a tragic end. It was raining and there were puddles down and got electrocuted. The other thing is it's quite an eyesore. We've also had complaints from Eskom that they're struggling with their station, so they're putting way too much electricity through the wires, which causes a negative effect. If you go and you check it out there, you will see that there's no grass growing underneath. And also, I've read up about it and stuff. These things have been known to cause health issues to humans as well. Luckily, we're not living right directly underneath it, but we can't farm anything there on that side. We can't grow anything, so it does cause quite a bit of a problem.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Good afternoon. I am Ted Moses and I would be introducing Isaac to show us how these power lines have been affecting his life, both aesthetically and structurally. So here I'm introducing Isaac Morita.
The overall aesthetic effect of transmission line is likely to be negative to most people, especially where proposed lines would cross natural landscapes and private properties. New tall steel or wide H-frame structures may seem out of proportion and not compatible with agricultural landscapes or residential neighbors. Landowners who have chosen to bury their electric distribution lines on their property may find transmission lines bordering their property particularly disruptive to scenic views. Some people, however, do not notice transmission lines or do not find them objectionable from an aesthetic perspective. To some, the lines or other utilities may be viewed as part of the infrastructure necessary to sustain everyday life and activities.
We're live. We'll be talking to Bashi that will tell us how this is affecting him. Thank you, Bashi.
The power line is not affecting me that much. However, I find that I cannot grow all my crops around it. My carrots do not grow well underneath it, and my cows do not like to go near it. That means that I cannot have watering holes near it, and my farming land has to be compromised. I would like them to be more discreet and smaller so that they would not have such a big disruption on my life. Also, I would have had plans to have my kids' playground near there, but unfortunately I cannot because of it. And I think it's dangerous also because if you could tell me more about how this can affect your body, then that would be good. If you are making a documentary on this, I'll be sure to watch it to understand. Thank you.
Jalapeno Rabadin is going to tell us about the economic impact of the power lines. On to you, Jalapeno.
For that, the power lines have an impact on the economy because the more power lines there are, the more money there would be flowing through in ESCOM, because the more power ESCOM feeds into the homes, the more money they are making by selling more electricity. However, one bad thing is by supplying more electricity, we are using more coal, which is non-renewable, so that's slowly but surely destroying the planet. However, lands that are cheaper can produce more money because people will be to buy the land more easily. We will now be explaining to you the effects in which the power line has on the humans and the ecosystem. Jonathan?
Electric and magnetic fields occur whenever and wherever electricity is used. A magnetic field is created when electric current flows through any line or wire, including an electro wiring in a home. Sources of magnetic fields include electrical appliances such as power tools, vacuum cleaners, microwaves, computers, and etc. Because there are so many common sources of electric magnetic fields, everyone is exposed to a wide range of magnetic fields every day. On to you, Rajesh.
Starting in the late 1970s, researchers began to investigate the possibility that exposure to magnetic fields might have an adverse effect on human health. Since then, scientists have conducted many studies designed to determine whether or not the two EMF, which is electric and magnetic fields, have affected humans. Scientists have uncovered only weak and inconsistent epidemiological associations between exposure to transmission line magnetic fields and adverse health effects. Several epidemiological studies have shown a weak statistical association with the risk of childhood leukemia. Cellular studies and studies exposing test animals to magnetic fields have shown no link between magnetic fields and disease. Taken as a whole, biological studies conducted to date have not been able to establish a cause and effect relationship between exposure to magnetic fields and human disease. Nor have scientists been able to identify any plausible biological mechanism by which exposure to magnetic field might cause human disease. There is a growing consensus within the scientific community that exposure to magnetic fields is not responsible for human disease. The PSCW offers a separate publication.
Ferguson will be telling us ways to resolve this issue.
5. Action.
Down to you, Ferguson.
Told you it's Leonard. But anyways, how are we taking this in so much? We use coal. Coal is pollution. It brings in global warming. There's also nuclear plants. How dangerous is nuclear plants? It's destroying the earth. What do we do with nuclear plants? Oh wait, sorry, off the topic. There's also another problem. Population growth. More population, more electricity. more electricity, more wasteful electricity. That's why we need a change now from coal and non-renewable energy sources to renewable energy sources. People, come on. Think. We're dying over here. Global warming. Bad pollution. Renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind-powered energy, hydro plants. People think of it. Why? Thank you. There are many other things that humans have done to impact this environment and other ecosystems.
Like cutting down trees to build other buildings such as office blocks and residential property.
People kill or move animals out of their natural habitat to build buildings.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed. We hope you learned something new. This project was done by Sechaba, Simon,
And Rahul.